Hello everyone, Boa35 here, and welcome to a new episode of Changing the View. This one's going to be a fun one, and this probably might be my most controversial one to date. Of course, I'm planning on making more in the future, which might be more controversial and whatnot. You should definitely hear me out, though. Definitely should hear me out. I have my own concerns about whether or not Duels should be added to Hive, and if it were to be implemented, how would it be implemented and whatnot, to minimize the concerns I have. But in its current state and what I've currently seen in the suggestions, you really, really should not want it on the Hive. Okay? Let me explain. Now, there are some problems that would immediately plague Duels, and the first of which would be the amount of cheaters that this game mode would draw. First off, anti-cheat on the Hive isn't very good, and there's no CPS cap, which means you could auto or hack to your heart's content. And player reports are probably the best solution to getting somebody actually banned, even though they take like 30 minutes or sometimes don't even get read, yada yada yada. That's besides the point. Except there's only like one player per game that could possibly report someone, and getting a replay code doesn't actually happen after the game's already over. So you'd have to get it in the game while you're being cheated on. You seen the problem here? It would be so difficult to report somebody in Duels using the replay system. Even if you record like video evidence, some people can't do it out in time. I actually have hotkeys set up for recording, so that way if I see somebody cheating, I can just grab the replay code and start recording. But a lot of people don't, and that's a problem. Now, another little problem is the toxicity that it would bring, and it would also sort of create a breeding ground for cheaters, because you see somebody really just be hopping around and wondering why they don't get banned, so that they think, hey, maybe I could try that. Maybe I won't get banned as well, and they install hacks, and poof, they don't get banned, and they immediately get better. This would start a rather vicious cycle. If you've ever seen Hypixel or know anything about Hypixel, this is how its system works, of constantly seeing people, players seeing people cheat, them cheating themselves, not getting banned, or if they do get banned, it's like first time bans and whatnot. And it just wouldn't be a good cycle overall. This could also lead to a rise of cheaters in other game modes as well. So even if Duels were added and you never played Duels, you could still be affected by the amount of cheaters. Like if they decided to go, hey, I should play a regular Treasure Wars game or a regular Sky Wars game. That could just be disastrous. And considering how advanced the hacks are getting and whatnot, that'd just be ridiculous. It would not be fun for anybody just having more cheaters in your game. And this is only the first little issue that I have. The second problem I can see is it being designed in a decently fun way. As well, if you have the regular system, you're going to invite cheaters. Like, if you know on Versailles, they have that stuff. They have actually a staff team that's on there like 24/7 banning people. At least that's what I've seen. And they're actually pretty good at it. I've actually had quite a few games where somebody will just automatically leave and say they got banned in chat. Now, it's also a very toxic environment. That is not something the Hive should want. And it would be a bad idea to implement such things that make people competitive to the point of toxicity and cheating. So that rules out like most Duels game modes right there. Yeah, like all the stuff is like gone. Only ones I can really see could be decently fun would be like Sky Wars Duels or Treasure Wars Duels. Those ones would like be not much of a stretch though from like regular Sky Wars games. So what would the point even be of implementing them when you could just go on a regular Sky Wars game or Treasure Wars game and get the same experience? Now I know the last point wasn't really too strong, but I got another little problem which should sort of sort itself out on that one. There might not be enough servers to even host duels because, well, they're already limiting custom servers, and that's like with minimal players and whatnot. So what would happen to duels where there's only 2 players per game, and the duels might take like a decently long amount of time? This could cause a huge amount of servers to be bought by the Hive, which could cause influxes of lag, whatnot. I don't really know the issues that this would cause. I'm not really server-side development and whatnot. But yeah, it could cause more servers to be used up, taken away from other game modes, and I'm surprised nobody is talking about this as being a limiting factor that could possibly kill off the idea of duels to begin with. And Potato, you hit your ranked Skywars game and list this as a reason why, yet you didn't list it in your duels. I wonder why. Hmm. No hate to Potato. I actually like the guy's content, but yeah, nobody is talking about this. They really should be. Now, another thing, if it didn't even get added, there would probably be some sort of cap, so there would be a limit of amount of how many duels you could do per day, considering that there'd be limited servers and whatnot, which that would just like kill off the game mode before it could even start. Like, come on. That would be so bad. Nobody would want to play it if they're only limited to like 10 games per day. Now, the last little problem I can really see is Burnout. Like, if the can't do the regular ones because it'd be really toxic and could be cheater filled, then might have to go with like something like Skywars Duels. Like you click on the NPC, scroll down, and you can hit duels, sort of similar to what Sky Royale is. Except it's probably gonna wind up like Sky Royale, where nobody plays it because it might be have to be limited or some way, or I don't know, just doing a 1v1 in Skywars with like a certain custom map that would just be for Skywars. That could take a little bit of time, and I see an auto clicker behind me, but okay, because they aren't going to get banned due to the CPS cap not existing or anything to block auto clickers. Why? What was this thing again? Oh, right, it's going to wind up like Sky Royale. Yeah, I mainly see this happening as a Sky Royale thingy, where nobody plays the game mode due to it being really, really boring, and I don't want that to happen to a Hive Minigame. Now, I don't really see any ways that they could improve this. Like, if they added, like, new types of duels and whatnot, that could be good, but then it could lead to the toxicity factor I mentioned before. And it'd just be a sort of cycle of how to implement it where it could be fun, but also not damaging to the server. Now, there could maybe be a system of, like, challenging people to Now, there could be a system of challenging people. This could probably be the best system that the Hive could implement for this type of thing, as just being able to challenge people. Now, you'd be limited to the amount of challenges you could do per day, per person, and whatnot. Maybe it could be increased if you have Hive Plus, but yeah, that could be like a decent system, although that's not what people really want. And the form of duels that people really do want would just not be very good for the server overall. Sort of recap, it would cause toxicity, increase in cheaters, maybe not enough storage space on servers. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff like that. Very, very fun. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been Bo Assassin 35, signing off. Have a good rest of your day.